Oh, we lost you for a second, Lexi. Give me a second. Because I tried to put your volume up. Can you try now? Oh, you have to refresh. Real quick. No, it's fine, it's fine. So she said if you want...
Is this any better?
Perfect. No, it's
Okay.
perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that. No, I was saying that if he wants to keep her around and if he wants to have a relationship that is actually a partnership, then yeah, he should listen to her input. Now, as far as like her bossing him around and treating him like a child, no, that's not a relationship. That's the same thing. It's just as degrading. But each individual person wants to be treated just like that, a person. So you don't just go ahead and tell somebody what to do. You can give them your input and hope that they...
Do you think a man should listen to his woman? Give me your thoughts. Let's continue.
Take it into consideration, but if they don't consider you at any point in time throughout the decision making, what's the point of even talking to them? And then what is that after that? It's no longer a partnership, so what is it? So yes, he should. In some instances, sure. In others, maybe not. But discernment is important amongst men and women.
I'm curious, do you guys ever feel like, as a woman, you should know when and when not to have an opinion or try to give advice? Do we understand as women some things he's going to have to go through, resolve, figure out on his own?
Yes, you should at least, yeah.
Alexis, go first.
Can you rest again? I think she took the headphones off.
Okay. Can you hear me, Alexis?
Yes. I think I can hear you guys now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, great. Sorry about that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, she can. Can you
I
hear
think
me?
I can. No, I can only hear you, Fatty.
There's a refresh again. I'm sorry, like, one more
I'm
time.
really sorry.
Right. Totally fine. This is StreamYard initiation process.
Well, anybody can get in there.
Yes.
Can I go ahead and answer that?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Lucy.
Because I do think when it comes down to decisions that involve both parties, that is where the woman does have the most input, just because it is involving not only his life but her life. Outside of that, if there is something that he is just taking the wheel, taking the head of, you know, you can always give your input if it's necessary, if it's needed, but if it is something that his expertise is going to go ahead and take care of, then no. A lot of times when I think of a leader, 9 times out of 10, you kind of already have it handled, and then if you just need backup, that's kind of where I fit in. But that's just for the relationship dynamic that I would be comfortable in.
Yeah, so, but then that would forfeit what you're saying in the beginning, when you just said if it involves her, that she should be able to have an opinion. Because if he is your leader, you don't need to have an opinion if you're trusting him to lead you. Right?
I mean, yeah,
I don't know about
that comes down to like working and having a boss. The boss can still look to the employees like, hey, if you guys want to build up morale, they will ask the employees, how can we actually get morale up here? How can we actually make you guys more comfortable? How can we make you guys happier? And that is technically how a lot of businesses are successful, because they do look at not just themselves as a business, but they do look at the people that are also help upbringing them.
Yeah, but that usually only takes place when there's some sort of, you know how they have like a anonymous box for complaints or whatever. That's usually the only time a company calls those type of meetings for feedback. Because if a well-oiled machine is working correctly, what is there to be discussing?
I mean, you can always check in though. That's why most companies, it's not just about having the complaint box. You can just go ahead and just check in. And I think in a lot of relationships, we have it on both sides, men and women aren't checking in with each other. And that's why nobody really knows if the other person is really functioning, happy, healthy, the way that they should be. Because sometimes you just get so caught up in trying to keep the well-oiled machine well-oiled, you kind of forget the people behind it.
I think that has more to do with women and their emotions, right? Because most of the time a man is doing what he's supposed to do. Women are constantly evolving and asking for more, so now he has to read her mind and what else that she needs from me. But for the majority, men are the same, and they're pretty much always on their job if you're picking correctly. So they usually have to evolve because of the woman.
But I don't think just to say women and their emotions is fair, because without our emotions, we don't have the nurturing spirit. We don't have the caring spirit. We don't have the spirit that is actually going to bring this house that this man is running into a home. It is because of our emotions. It is because of how we are feeling that things kind of just grow and flourish. So when a woman is not really in her happiest, when a woman isn't really just being cherished the way that she is supposed to be, if that is a good man, if that man is doing everything he's supposed to do, you're going to know. I think it's the same way when you have a car and your dashboard starts lighting up. You will know something's wrong, and I don't think we should necessarily shame women or say that's a bad thing because of that.
When did I shame though?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying just in general. I hear people like to throw how emotional women are. We're built that way.
We are extremely emotional, but we're supposed to be. When I bring that up, that's my superpower. That's something I get to get away with. That's not something to where I should be like, don't bring up women and their emotions. That's my right as a woman to be emotional.
Yeah. The same way, like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you in that case. I'm not even saying you said that. I have heard where people are like women in their
statement that I shouldn't use women in their emotions. That's what you said.
I'm saying you shouldn't use it in a way that seems like it's hindering the situation because we do need these.
What did I say to hinder in that statement?
It was your tone.
My tone?
It was your tone.
Oh shit. So this is a prime example of women and their emotions. You're tone policing me. You don't have a right.
It's about when you are, 90% of communication is nonverbal. So just because you use certain words, if your body language and or tone is different, then someone can read you different. That's not just about emotion, it's about common sense. So I would say it was the tone more to say, because I kind of understand why she said that because of your tone. I don't think that's what you meant, but that was the experience of you. And so if two people experience it that way, it doesn't matter what you meant, it's not how it came off.
It doesn't matter. A person that's secure within themselves, it doesn't matter how many people have an issue with my tone, right? Because
I'm not issue with it. I said that's what I picked up on.
I'm not done. So the point was not my tone. Listening with emotional ears, right, is the reason why we're worried about my tone and not exactly what I said.
No, because I'm actually known to be kind of a baseline when it's coming to emotions in general, but nonetheless, I understand why she said that because of her tone.
Okay, but did you understand what I said, though?
I mean, I never engaged, like, I understand what she said, but I also understand what she said. Two things can be true at once. 2 + 2 is 4, 3 + 1 is 4.
Okay, but you're responding saying you understood what she said about me talking about a woman and their emotions, and you bring that back to...
That was my phone ringing, y'all. Let's continue.
Oh, my tone is why she couldn't take it in. Right?
No, that's not what I said. I said I understood why she mentioned the fact of emotion. She was basically defending women having emotions. I understand why she said that because the way she always brought up emotions.
But what needed to be defended about me bringing up emotions when it was never something I was bringing up as a negative?
Because of your, okay, and that's what I was letting you know. More than likely, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, your name is Lover Girl?
Yes.
Was it not, correct me if I'm wrong, was it not the tone in which she said it that it came across like it was a negative?
It didn't sound positive. So yeah.
Exactly. So it came across as if it was not positive.
But we're tone policing, right? This is why most of the time in relationships, when a man is trying to communicate with his woman, you guys are proving in real time why they take the time most of the time to not talk to you anymore. You're worried about how he's delivering something and the message.
No, because I don't give regular people the same respect I give my man.
Hold on.
So we're it's not comparable.
That's a problem in itself. So you have select femininity.
No, I have levels of respect, and my man has levels of respect, and my man gets the most.
Regular people.
I have levels of respect, and my man gets the most.
Selective femininity.
You can call it a cat or a dog or a duck, but like I said, I have levels of respect, and my man gets the most. My father, no one gets that same level of respect.
I live with that selective femininity.
So how is that selective if your man is supposed to get the best?
My man gets the best of
the world is supposed to get it. The same thing, the world is not supposed to have my body. My man is not my body.
It's selective because you're always supposed to be a representation of your man, right?
Right.
So there's a certain baseline across the board that you should treat everyone with, and in the midst of a conversation, nobody even brought up your man to be talking about what your man gets extra of.
Actually, you
What
did.
about spread?
I'm actually, and you said people in relationships. So I was bringing up, in a relationship, my man gets the highest level of respect. Yes, there's a baseline. I'm not going to go around disrespecting people because I don't know them.
I need to stop talking to you because you guys are literally displaying that you're more worried about my tone rather than the message. Nothing about the message was incorrect, so therefore the tone should not be a problem. I used no cursing. I used no disrespectful language. I told nobody to shut up, so therefore you should have taken in what was said and not worried about my tone. Because if we're talking about there's only the man or the woman in the relationship that's owed a certain respect, I don't owe you a certain tone. So why we talking about it?
As Yvonne Van Gans once said, do not allow your delivery to defer your message. And so if you want somebody to absorb your message, you need to deliver it in a way it can be absorbed to that said crowd. So if I'm talking to children, I speak differently. If I'm talking to women, I speak differently. If I'm talking to men, I speak differently. If I'm talking to political people, I speak differently. I cannot sit right here and say you should just take me how I am. This is not Mary J. Blige. So if you're going to deliver something, like I said, I understood why she replied in the way she replied because of your tone. Didn't say that you have to change your tone. Didn't say I did not understand your message. I say I just understood why she replied the way she replied because of your tone and disposition.
Okay, yeah, but me and you are here because you decided to say you only recognize why she responded the way she did based off my tone. Nowhere in this did you say, but Melanin, I also understood what you meant. But she may have responded that way based off your tone and delivery. But I understand both sides. She did.
You said that. You said that after I asked you. Yes.